The Young Americans are going to open our show.
The Young Americans. They're loaded with talent and have more bounce to the ounce than champagne.
They've more than lived up to their names. Here they are, the Young Americans.
I can't think of a better way to celebrate Christmas than with the Young Americans.
8 young teenagers that we can all be proud of. Young Americans.
I want to salute also the Young Americans.
Welcome the Young Americans.
I joined the group in 1973 and have been with them ever since, and I have the honor of being the artistic director. The group has changed a lot since the 70s. I mean, back then, as a kid, I got to perform with Bing Crosby and Fred Astaire on television. Toured, we did a lot of musicals, and through the years, we really just change with the times, whatever's needed in society.
Along with everything else, the young people are definitely performers. When I founded the group back in 1962, they were performers, and they still are today. And we do a fantastic show at the Honda Center with a symphony orchestra of 70 pieces, and it's a Tarbell experience.
Slowly we started saying, I know, let's take a group of 30 on the road and do an outreach program. And it went from one tour a year for 2 months to now we're doing 4 international tours and 2 national a year. What's really incredible is when the Young Americans, the cast of 40, walk into a town, it's like every town has things they need to work on. And it's almost like you walk in and you just fill the void.
Really, we just kind of hang out with the kids, and through hanging out, somehow they've learned a show.
Working with the kids in the outreach tour is unlike anything that you would see in normal education.
The coolest thing about the workshop is going from one day seeing a kid who's walking with their head down, and then on the third day seeing them walking with their head up.
I would say it's 100% success. I don't think there's been any town that it hasn't worked.
We are honored to tour throughout Europe and Asia. In each country's schools, we find the language is not a problem. Body language and music bridge most language difficulties.
That's the cool thing about everything that we do in the Young Americans is everything is so that you grow to the next step.
In the Young Americans, we like to say that a day in the life of a Young American is more like a week of real life. And so a 3-month tour is really like 3 years of your life, 3 years worth of change and growth within yourself.
I'm surrounded by the most phenomenal people every single day. It's so hard to explain unless you're in it and you're there, but it's this like energy that is going to take over the world, I think. So it's awesome. I love it.
For 17 years, we've taught music and dance in the schools of America and schools throughout the world. We've reached tens of thousands of young people, making friends and finding we are affecting young people's lives everywhere. For 17 years, we've been concerned about music disappearing from the school's curriculum. School boards had taken music away from our young people's lives. They have forgotten that through the millenniums, the measure of a society is reflected in music and art. They have forgotten that music and dance strengthens maturity, builds self-esteem, personal expression, self-worth, and affects the human spirit. It is such values that seem to be more and more missing from our young people's lives. You know, music wakes us in the morning, entertains us in our car radios, encourages relaxation throughout the day, and sings our family to sleep when we go to bed each night. We have seen and witnessed in every town we visit, Germany, Japan, Ukraine, New Zealand, Ireland, and America, hour after hour, day after day, hundreds of examples of personal growth and strength of spirit in the students with whom we work, all through the use of music. So if you believe, as we do, that music is important, join us. We are a nonprofit educational institution, a 501c3. We'd be honored to hear from you. Help us keep music strong in our schools. You know, music isn't just quarter notes and crescendos. It's really all about life.